Namaste, everyone. Welcome to Aurora Yoga. My name is Christina. Thank you for joining me. Today's practice is going to be a fun yet somewhat challenging power Hatha flow. As always, this is an all levels class. I want you to do your best. Forget the rest. If there are some postures that you find challenging, as long as there's no pain, I encourage you to just give it a try. Yoga's a journey, it's a practice, and every day looks different. So you could even pause the video. We're going to be moving into half moon today, for example, and maybe just practice it on your own for a minute or two until you're comfortable with it. Or come back to this video another day and keep practicing until you are able to master some of these postures that you may have A, never tried, or B, maybe you've been a little afraid to try. So I encourage you once again, as long as there's no pain, to give it a go. We're going to have fun. We're going to move some energy. The practice will be just under 15 minutes today, so it's perfect to fit in beginning of the day, middle of the day, even the end of a stressful day. Let's get started in a wide-legged child's pose. Bring your big toes to touch, knees splayed to the outer edges of the mat. Sink the hips to the heels. Start to walk your hands towards the top of the mat as you soften through the upper body, forehead down. Let's start to cultivate deep Ujjayi pranayama. It's breath in and out through the nose. Take this time to settle into the body, settle the mind. Forget about anything outside your mat. Maybe subtly observing any areas in the body where you may be feeling a little stiffness, a little stagnation. See if you can intentionally send your breath to these areas. Let's take 3 more deep intentional breaths in this space. Fully empty out all the air from the final exhalation. Press into the palms. Downward facing dog. Once you get there, take your dog for a nice generous walk, maybe bending deeply into one knee, then into the other. If you like, you can one by one take your arms off your mat, maybe do a few circles. Just bringing fluidity to the joints here as we get warmed up. Release the head, release the neck. Make sure there's no tension. Maybe get the hips up a little bit higher. Any last little movements you need to do here as you kind of work out any kinks, any stiffness. Let's come back to stillness and come up nice and high onto the tippy toes. We're going to inhale the right leg into the sky, starting with a square hip. Now we're going to open the hip, bend the knee, and shoot the inner thigh up towards the sky. Keep coming up high onto the tippy toes of the left foot. Release the head, release the neck. Breathe here. Release the right foot. Come up nice and high. Inhale left leg into the sky, starting with the square hip. Open the hip. Bend the knee, inner upper thigh towards the sky. Come up nice and high onto the tippy toes of the right foot. Release head, release neck. Release. Walk your hands to the back of the mat. Take 2 fists if you like. Measure in between your feet. This is your perfect hip width distance. Bend deeply into the knees. Draw the belly to the thighs. Interlace your hands behind your back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Slowly start to lift the arms up overhead as you release head and neck towards the floor. Maybe you'll start to slowly straighten the legs. Keep the chest on the thighs. Release the bind, down dog. Bend deeply into the knees, look forward. Take a walk to the top of the mat, feet together. Coming into a halfway lift. You can have your fingertips on the mat. You can even bring your palms to your shins. Exhale, fold in. Again, inhale, look out. Exhale, look in. Last one, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step the right leg back. Followed by the left, high plank. Roll over the toes, 90 degrees, low plank. Inhale to an up dog. Hold up dog. Press firmly into the tops of the feet. See if you can sway a little bit here from side to side. Come back to stillness, down dog. Walk your hands to the back of the mat once again. If you like, 2 fists in between the feet, perfect hip width distance. We're going to make a shelf with the palms, grabbing opposite elbows, coming into ragdoll. Once again, release the head, release the neck. Maybe there's a micro bend in the knees. Maybe the body feels like swaying side to side. Release the bind, down dog. Bend deeply into the knees. Look forward, walk or hop to the top of the mat. Coming into that halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Once again, halfway lift. Spider fingers. Take them out to the outer edges of the mat, much wider than the feet. We're coming into half moon. You're going to lift left leg up into the sky. Start with a square hip. Now open the hip, left arm up. If you have a block at home, or even a water bottle, that's what I used to use back in the day, you can place that underneath your right hand for stability. That'll also give you a little uplift. Speaking of uplift, the more you have in this posture, the more stability you'll have. So don't be afraid to reach for the stars. Try to get the left leg up a little bit higher. For 3, 2, 1, left foot meets the right. Forward fold. Hang out here for a breath. Here we go, other side. Once again, spider fingers. Right leg up to the sky. Start with a square hip, open the hip, flex that foot, right arm follows. Once again, keep reaching for the stars. Try to open the heart. Get that right leg up a little bit higher. For 3, 2, 1, right foot meets the left. Coming into that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the palms, step back, high plank. Roll over the toes, 90 degrees, low plank. Inhale to an up dog. Exhale, down dog. 2 breaths right here, down dog. Last deep breath in. Let it go through your mouth. Bend deeply into the knees, walk or hop, top of mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale up, Utkatasana, chair posture. See if you can tuck the pelvis without using the hands. Sink in a little bit deeper. Keep moving your glutes towards the floor. Here comes the challenge, yogis. We're moving into Navasana, boat pose. You've got this. Use your core strength. Soften through the face. Soften through the upper body. Hold it here. Here we go. Either just using core strength Most of us, I think, are going to have to come into spider fingers. Here we go, chair posture. Come right on in. Tuck that pelvis, sink in. Weight in the heels. Keep sinking down, sinking down, sinking down, all the way back into boat. Maybe take the boat a little higher. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Here we go, Utkatasana. Tuck the pelvis. Sink in. Keep sinking, 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 sinking. This is it. You've got this. Maybe take your boat a little bit higher. Maybe it's a yacht. Here we go. Low boat. Use your core strength. Can you come up high boat? A low boat. High boat. Last one. Hold it here. 3, 2, 1. Hug those knees into your chest. Grab opposite elbows and rock a little bit, side to side. I hope you found that fun. I had fun. Coming back to center, top of head, through sacrum, resting on your mat. Grab the outside edges of the feet. Happy baby. Try to really ground your middle back into the mat. That'll help release everything else. Stay here. Maybe you want to sway a little bit, side to side. The body tends to intuitively guide us, so I encourage you to listen to that. So we come back to stillness. Grab underneath the thighs. We're going to rock and roll a few times, building some momentum, moving into half pigeon on the right. So when you've had enough rocking and rolling, settle in. Try to seal that gap underneath the right thigh and fold in. Soften through the face, soften through the upper body. Three more super deep, intentional breaths on the right side. Complete your final exhalation. Take your time. Gently press yourself up. No major transition here. We're just going to swing left leg around and shoot the right leg back. Once again, take your time, settling in, sealing the gap underneath the left thigh if possible. Softening through the upper body. Relax the shoulders. Shake them out a little bit if you need to. Whatever you need, this is your practice. Here we go. 3 deep, intentional breaths, left side. Empty out all the air from your final exhalation. Press into the palms. Press yourself up. We're coming into legs extended forward, Paschimottanasana. Generous flex in both feet. Take your hands to your hips. Walk yourself back a little bit, evening out the sit bones. When you've had enough of that, come back to stillness. Inhale the arms up overhead. Interlace the fingers. Forward fold. If you'd like to take any rounding out of your spine here, keep your gaze straight ahead. Otherwise, chin to chest. You don't have to hold on to the bind. You can grab wherever you like. Just want you to get a really nice, deep stretch here, especially in the back of the calves and the thighs. Use your exhalations to see if you can sink in just a little bit deeper. Slowly unwind and curl. We're coming into a little twist. Right foot plants outside the left knee. Right hand, fingertips facing away. Inhale, left arm up. Hook the left elbow outside the right knee and take your twist. Come back through center, release, shake it out if you like. Other side, left hand plants behind you, fingertips facing away. Inhale, right arm up. Hook right elbow outside. Take your twist. Release. Let's come back down onto our back. Hug the knees into the chest. Take the arms out wide like a cactus. Fingertips spread wide and alive. Let's drop the knees over to the left. Gaze to the right. Back through center. Drop them over to the right. Gaze left. Back through center. Release your feet to your mat about hip width distance. Take your arms down by your side. We're moving into one set of bridge. So press firmly into all four corners of the feet. Start to lift the pelvis up. Squeezing, engaging the thighs. Interlace your hands under your glutes and one by one walk the shoulder blades together. You can close your eyes here. Here we go for a count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, highest point. 1, slowly lower down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Take your legs nice and long. Take them as wide as you like. Arms down by your side, palms facing up. If you like, you can pause your video here, stay in your Shavasana as long as you like, receiving all the benefits of your practice. Namaste, yogis. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next class.